Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Hard Count. I'm Michael Emami, and a little bit ago, I had the opportunity to speak with Anderson High School's quarterback Brady Gephart. Gephart is a member of the 2024 class and currently stands at 5 foot 9 inches and 150 pounds. Gephart exhibits great poise and vision within the pocket. He has great touch on his passes and is able to evade pressure with his speed. Gephart and I talked about his continued development and leadership, as well as a couple of fun facts about him on this episode. All right, everyone, this is Brady Gephart. So I see so far you guys had a season. It says here on your freshman highlights that you had about 5 games. I wanted to ask, how did you guys kind of navigate the whole COVID situation in Austin, Texas?
Yeah, so it was tough, and we didn't have a typical off-season program because of COVID. But I feel like our coaches and our team, we did a great job just having great sessions over Zoom calls. And then when we did get in person, I feel like it went really smooth.
Okay. All right. Awesome. Yeah. So, what did you guys kind of do with your head coach to kind of facilitate, I guess, kind of the team building and stuff like that?
Yeah, so we would have like these position calls on Zoom just with our normal coaches, and then to have some like team bonding and stuff, we would on Fridays we would all come together as a team and just like joke around with each other, laugh with each other, just to get to know each other even more. And since we were freshmen, I mean, we hadn't really had like a real high school season yet, so just like getting around the coaches that way and around the players and the family was pretty cool.
Right, right. Yeah, and I can see here obviously, I mean you might have only played 5 games, but you've certainly have the views here on Huddle right out of the gate. You've got about over 2,000 views, and I can only suspect that that's going to go up from
Yes, sir.
here with you being a freshman in 2024 going to develop. But to this point, this is your first year playing high school ball as a freshman. So I wanted to ask you, tell me a little about kind of your program at Anderson High School and what you guys have kind of done so far in terms of your development.
Yeah, so it's been great. Our coaches have really been there for us, just like teaching us and helping us be better players every day. Um, but our coaches have navigated me through this freshman year, and it's been pretty smooth. They've taught me just a lot of pre-snap reads, reading defenses, and they've really opened arms to the freshmen and us. And I've really developed in a mental game more than anything with them.
Right, right. And obviously, I think one of your best qualities here, and I think QB Hit List confirms this in their evaluation. I agreed with it when I saw your film as well. It says you have good touch on a lot of your passes. You're a quick hitting QB. Good decision making, good pocket presence and awareness. Kind of tell me a little bit about kind of your training regimen and what you've kind of done in the off season. I know it's been difficult, kind of working with your teammates in this situation like this. But what did you kind of do to prepare for this season that you had?
Yes, sir. So this freshman year has always been something I've looked forward to, just playing high school ball. But so during the summer, I would be with my friends. We'd just be working out. One day would just be a little bit of upper body day, and then lower body day the next, and then cardio day after that, and just repeat, repeat, repeat. And then going up to the fields and working on timing with my receivers, going driving out to my quarterback coach, working on my mechanics, just so I could be the best version of myself in my freshman year here.
Right, right. And so tell me a little about kind of the relationship you have with your coaching staff. What's kind of your kind of relationship with them?
Yeah, it's been awesome. They they just are great teachers, and they're not just coaches. They're a family, and they've just created like bonds with us that I've never really experienced before in my life. Just joking around, and they preach just effort and just bring the toughest football players on the field, and that's really something that I've come to be a really big believer in. And they're just shaping us not just for the game of football, but for life.
Do you have any kind of unique qualities as a player that, a lot of other schools probably wouldn't know about? This is obviously, as you said before, this is your first year playing high school ball. So what's kind of one thing that you would say you do better than a lot of other quarterbacks out there, you think?
Yeah, so I feel like when I get out of the pocket, most quarterbacks, I mean, yeah, some quarterbacks just think run, like we got to go run, get some yards. But I feel like when I get out of the pocket, when I feel pressure and I get out of the pocket, my head's not down looking to run. I'm trying to buy time for my receivers to make plays, just extend time. And I feel like that's a really big quality of mine because it's like the defense just doesn't know whether to commit or not, and when they do commit, you just pop them over the top.
Right. Yeah, that's it's evident obviously in some of the film here. It actually looks pretty cool with you kind of rolling out and seeing some of the stuff that you're doing here. As you said before, have terrific vision. So kind of getting into your personal life a little bit here. Tell me a little about kind of your parents and how they've influenced you.
Yeah, so they've all obviously been um, my number one fan since flag football when I was like 3 years old. My dad was a coach for me and Pop Warner. My mom was always volunteering as the team mom. They're constantly they're just trying to help me be successful and running me just to practices, private coaching with speed trainers, with quarterback trainers, camps, and I just want to be here without all their support.
Being a student athlete, it's kind of difficult for a lot of kids to kind of balance sports and academics. I know you're kind of in the 2024 class and you're a freshman right now, but kind of handling the high school workload. How have you been able to balance that?
Yeah, so school's first, but I feel like with school and sports they go well together with me because I feel like I'm really good in the classroom and when if I can keep that same focus in the classroom, I feel like I translate that to the film room, and I feel like that film room is like where you separate yourself from the rest of the pack.
All right, very very cool. And so, do you have any kind of role models? I know that UT. Texas is right down there in Austin, so I was just wondering, do you have any kind of role models? Do you look up to anybody involving that kind of football culture or anything like that?
Yes, sir. So inside of football, my favorite player has got to be Tim Tebow. Our styles were pretty different, but his competitive spirit and willing to do anything to win. His relationship with God is pretty cool, and so that's definitely like my role model inside of football. But outside of football, I don't know if you know who it is. His name's David Goggins, and just like what he's overcome and his accomplishments in the military, ultra marathons, whatever. He's just as mentally tough as they come, and I feel like that really translates well to football as well.
Do you have what's kind of the first thing that you want colleges to know about you as a football player? I know it's going to be in a little bit, but what's kind of the first thing you would want them to know if they're going to take you right now?
Yeah, so like if they were taking me right now, I'm young for my grade, but so I'm still growing physically and all of that. But every every game, I'm going out there to try and win, regardless of who we're playing, if they're top school, whatever. I'm gonna be a great competitor. I'm a leader. It's just not about just making myself better, but it's about making the player and my teammates make them better too. So just going out there and doing whatever to win and being a great leader are some of my best attributes.
Have you heard from any colleges to this point, or has anybody talked with you at this point?
Yeah, so just recently I got a email from New Mexico Highlands, which is pretty cool. Just as a freshman, just getting my name out there already like that was pretty cool. So
All right, very, very cool. And one last kind of final fun question here. If you were to get drafted by an NFL team, what would be your preferred team that you'd want to get drafted by?
yeah, so I was born in Dallas, so without a doubt it'd be the Dallas Cowboys. But if that did not happen, I would want to get drafted by some team in California because I just love the beach out there. It's really cool.
Well, thanks so much for coming on, Brady. I really appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Thanks for having me.
All right, everybody, thanks so much for tuning in and listening. That was Brady Gephart out of Anderson High School. If you'd like to contact Brady, his Twitter account is @GephartBrady. I'll be sure to post his huddle link and information below. If you'd like to contact me, my Twitter account is @EmamiMichael, and both my Facebook and Instagram are @TheHardCount with Michael Emami. Be sure to check those out. Also, it'd mean a lot if you subscribe to the YouTube channel as well. Thanks so much for tuning into this episode, and hope you guys enjoyed it. This has been The Hard Count. Do you have what it takes to go D1?